Okay, it's page 5, the Gypsy Moon Trilogy, Book 1. All is fair in love and parking meters. You might remember Billy pointed at the swinging doors and said in a flat voice, "I'm not telling you again." And Santiago, he slid off the bar stool and waved it on his feet, remember, I didn't want to be here anyway. Customers, shouted approval and stumbling out the door. Anyway, here we go, page 5. 2 years before, he wanted to return to a dream world, so he had gone on a long trip that took him around in a lost circle. The dream was not found, and guilt was impossible to escape. It was a wild goose chase from America to Europe and back. He was trying to shake the burden he carried since the mud of the Mekong. All he found was the confusion of having separate lives that didn't fit into one time or even begin to make sense. The living past, the dead present. Fuck, Santiago said as he got to his old Dodge, saw the parking ticket, and at the same time remembered the barbecue with Layla and Tara. It was nearly midnight, and he had blown it again. There was no use stopping at the house. He managed to drive a drunken rebel all the way to Albuquerque without getting spotted by the cops. He checked into a sleazy motel and collapsed on a red and white flowered nylon bedspread in a dingy, smoke-yellowed room scented with whorehouse deodorant. He lay there for a moment, the ceiling spinning, his head banging, while deep inside he felt completely crazy and alone. He turned his head into the smell of the room and groaned, "Damn, this place stinks." He looked at the telephone on the bedstand, then pulled a bottle of malt whiskey out of his travel bag and took a large swig. 7 hours away in Scotland, the sun would be coming up, and the only friends who had never denied him, Neil and George. George was dead, but Neil was still very much alive. Neil, who had saved his life and had come to know him better than any other man. He was only a telephone call away. Santiago picked up the bottle of whiskey and looked at it for a few seconds and then punched the phone card numbers. The phone rang 7 times. Santiago was just about to hang up when a gruffly sleepy voice answered, "Aye, yes." Santiago said nothing. The voice barked, "For God's sake, what?" Santiago laughed at Neil's early morning irritation and said, "This is the Acme Vacuum Cleaner Company offering the best suck of the century." "Ach, I should have known it was you, you bloody old loony," Neil said. "Don't call me an old loony. I'm more useful by the day." "Where are you? Are you back in Scotland?" "No, not yet. I'm heading that way." "You daft Santiago. It's the wee early hours of the morning here." "Of course it is, but what's important is to get up immediately, go find a bottle of whiskey, and then tell me about your miserable Scottish weather. Fuck off, American waster. It's a mere mist, and that is what makes it such a bonny land." "Bonny my ass. Hey, listen, I got a plan for a little holiday in a place where the sun always shines and the beaches are full of sexy women who roll down their swimming suits like striptease shows, slow tantalizing." "What mad idea are you cooking up now?" "Wait a minute. I'm not paying for it this time, you wee chiseler." "Neil, I want to go back to Corsica. Meet me there." "You had a good time when you met me there the last time, didn't you?" "Aye, I did, but at least what I can remember of." "What is that?" I was only 85, Neil, when I was rich and famous. Okay. Say, what's the name of that girl? I wandered off with, what's up, Martha? Martina. Yeah, of course. Martina, what a lovely lass she was. Hold on. Didn't you get in her knickers once? Santiago said nothing for a few seconds, being surprised the plan was so transparent. Yeah, just a little detour from marriage for a while. Santiago, you're not going back because of her. Nah, no way, Neil. It's my birthday. What? My birthday. I'll be 50. No, not already. Christ, man, are we that old? What do you mean? Already, Neil. Vietnam was 1,000 years ago, as they say. If we'd known we were going to live this long, we should have taken better care of ourselves. 50? I must be due for a Pulitzer Prize by now. Yeah, you should have got one for all your bloody photos. Aye, bloody right. Hey, let's talk about something a little more fun. So, I want to do something special for my 50th birthday. That is, if I don't die first. Don't be daft, Santiago. If you were meant to be dead, you would have been dead a long time ago. Anyway, Larry, you're younger than most men who are 30. Aye, that's always a possibility. Guys 50 are dropping dead like flies around me. Hey, Santiago's memory chip instantly flicked from the helicopter evacuation held in Mekong Delta in 68 to the VA hospital report in 96. Fucking rectal cancer, the last gift from Vietnam. One giant pain in the ass. Nice mind filter there. After an hour of boozy talk, Neil agreed to rendezvous with Santiago on the island, and they said a sloppy goodbye. Santiago laughed at the whole idea. It was crazy. He had just come back from Europe. He lay back on the pillow and passed out. Late in the afternoon, he woke up feeling like his brain was leaking out his eyes. Oh, Jesus! Santiago moaned as he crawled into the bathroom and spewed yellow bile into the bowl. He lay on the bathroom floor for an hour waiting for the retching to stop. The talk with Neil and the unaddressed letter from Martina kept coming back into his thoughts. What else was there to do but return to the island? Later in the evening, his head and body calm, he went into the center of town and found a cyber cafe. Santiago emailed Neil, Auberge de la Restandica, September 20th. Don't forget my birthday gift. If you can't find 20-year-old Lacvella, then Mount Glenfiddich will do. Yours forever, Santiago. Santiago booked tickets the following morning with the last of his plastic credit lifeline. As he was walking out of the travel agency, he glanced up on the wall and he saw two large tourist posters that were like tarot cards of his past and future. On one wall was an image of the tattoo at Edinburgh Castle in Scotland. On the opposite wall was a Palm Beach scene from the Bay of Ajaccio, viewing up the Gravone Valley into the snow-capped mountains of Corsica. By the time Santiago's foot stepped, that's a good place, stepped on the outside pavement, and so was another room. Goodbye.